guys? It's your girl Jade, Nichelle,
and Jasmin, Noelle.
Yes, and we are
JNF Entertainment.
We are really excited that you guys joined in on the conversation that we're having today. It is a very, very, very interesting subject, and I am sure you will not be disappointed with the content that we disclose in this conversation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Today has been a day marked in history. Today is the day that has changed our life completely.
Forever and always.
And we will never forget this day. And we hope that our experiences and our lack of knowledge and our ignorance
to this
will
particular situation.
Yeah, in this particular situation will help you in
Future
to avoid
endeavors.
this situation.
Exactly. Because what we encounter and what we are about to expound upon, what we are about to inform you guys that we went through today will truly, hopefully, just bless you and just allow you to be more informed and to just look at life in a different way.
Right. Because today we were violated. We were violated. Violated.
To the
today
back.
completely.
Yes. So let's just go straight into the story.
Yeah.
And just let them know, because I know you guys are
chase.
sitting in suspense, like what happened. So this is what happened. So I'm outside, and it is a beautiful December 1st, 2011 sunny day, which is very surprising because, you know, December is usually very cold. But I'm outside, I'm trying to get some footage because it's still warm, and I just feel like it's a perfect time to just get some footage of downtown Nashville.
And all of this footage is for our blog.
Exactly. It's
So,
for you guys.
you know, she's up, you know, and then she's up and she's getting the footage, she's getting everything that she needs. So then, you know, I join in on her. I wasn't there initially. She's getting the footage. She said that a certain person has seen her getting this footage multiple times, didn't say anything.
And let's just say what it is. It's a correctional officer, and he's just watching me, so I don't feel that it is a violation or feel that it's in any way I am, you know, breaking the law or doing anything.
Because he never said anything.
Exactly. He's just watching.
He never said anything. If you had said something, then we would have thought that. But initially, you didn't say anything, so we didn't think it.
Right. So long story short, I'm interviewing people. I'm of course asking for their consent, different things for our blog, and I'm getting different footage. And after he's multiple times seen me, he makes a point of going to the top of the building, which is very peculiar, if you ask me.
Unnecessary. Extra.
Yeah, extra. And he looks down and he says, yes, you with the camera, step over here right now.
Right there, you come here now.
Right.
2 steps.
So
Very
at this
rude.
point, Jasmin and I
Very
are together. Yes, he was incredibly rude. So of course I'll maintain calm because I don't want to interfere with anything and make anything come back on me negatively. Even though I was a little startled, like why did he have to say it like that? So long story short, he was extremely upset that we were recording on his facilities, and he just informed me that it was the wrong thing to do and that we had to get these permissions and etc., which, you know, I didn't feel that I was violating anything simply because I was not necessarily like on the property, but he said that I was.
The thing about it is, it initially started off as that he started asking for ID and all this other stuff that had nothing to do with it. He said, you guys don't film on here, you can't film on here, you have to get permission, so forth. Okay, officer, cool. We'll put our brakes, we're gone. We're sitting there having a conversation. He continues to harass us. He asks us to come into the building. He gets some lady from the office there to come out and say something to us. I mean, it was just blown out of proportion. We write our own contract.
Right, so let's expound about that a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
After he's confiscated our IDs, threatened to arrest us, I mean, it's not like we were being defiant or anything. The only thing we did was stand there, and that was the biggest thing that we could have done wrong. Because had we left immediately after the first encounter, he would have left us alone.
But who knew that the harassment would have continued when we stopped doing what he asked us to do?
Exactly.
It was unnecessary.
I mean, he left and he came back. Then he left and he came back. And each time he had something more to say. And after we sat in the principal's office and just all these different things that was going on. Mind you, this is a security officer. I'm not even sure if he was a real police officer, but whatever the case may be, after he harassed us 3 or 4 times, and we consensually, you know, abided by every rule he said. We gave him our identification. We, you know, told him we wouldn't film anymore.
Nothing was good enough for him. Nothing was good enough. We were nice. We bit our tongue. At times we kind of flared up, to be honest.
We did.
Because we were like, wait, hold on. But he's one of those kind of people who talk over you. He's not trying to hear anything you're saying.
Stop. Ma'am, I don't want to hear anything that you have to say.
And his policy, the policies of his building kept changing, just everything. It just kept rotating around. We just couldn't figure out where he was going with it.
It seemed like a lie.
It was a lie.
Like it was very fabricated what he was saying because he was stuttering. And just,
but we didn't know for sure the policies and the order of everything.
So what choice did we have?
So we couldn't really back up what we wanted to say because we didn't have any evidence. We didn't know the policies, and that was our wronging. Because had we known, we would have figured that out. Then,
and as far as the contract writing, which we were supposed to
go back to that.
We were given a document to sign. So of course I'm going to read whatever I signed, which is
document.
Exactly. Of course I'm going to read whatever I signed. So as I'm reading it, he snatches it out of my hand and says, don't read it. Just sign it. And I'm like, well, I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to know what I'm signing. So I continue to read, and he snatches it out again, marks out everything, and says, that's not important.
So what are we signing at this point when it's all marked out?
Exactly.
It says something about death. It says something about being arrested.
And that lets me know that it's just
baloney.
Baloney, exactly. That is the exact word, baloney. And, you know, he tells me to write the time, the date, what happened, and just all this other stuff that's not on the form. And it's just like, are you doing this just to get under my skin? Is that what you're doing? You know what I mean? Because I haven't flared up yet, and because I haven't gotten upset yet. You know, I think he was just trying to produce that emotion, and he just wanted to see a mad black woman
angry. You know, and we weren't arguing back with him, so we wasn't giving him what he wanted. He was just really the typical over-exercising my authority type of person.
Ridiculous.
Just real extra.
It seemed like he had a complex.
But with that being said, that's why we want to stress know your rights, because had we known our rights, then we would have been able to back those up. But because we didn't, he had a badge and we didn't, and we're not going to argue with him. We don't want to go to jail. We're already in the principal's office. So what else do we do? So we decided to research our rights,
because it is very, very essential for you to know your rights in that situation. Because had we known some of the things that are depicted on this website, it's aclu.com. Hope you guys get that. aclu.com, and there's several other websites. However, this one really went into detail as far as what we have as citizens and what our rights are against the authorities.
Read your Constitution,
exactly.
Those amendments, freedom of speech, right of press, all of that.
All of that.
Sisters.
So this is one of the things that you know, most people probably know already. However, it must be exercised more in these types of particular situations, because it seemed like the more we told him, the more we were digging ourselves into a hole. And
we had these policies and our rights to back it and say, hey, you can't do this, you can't treat us this way because of blah blah blah, then he would have known those rights too, and then he would have known that he had to abide by what we were saying. But because we didn't know those, he's like, hey, you do what I say or I'm gonna arrest you or else. What do we have to say against that? We don't have anything to back it. So let's read off.
One, you have the right to remain silent. If you wish to exercise this right, say so out loud. Had we just told the officer, although we were not under arrest, he did threaten to arrest us. So we could have easily said we have the right to remain silent and just not have, we could have just avoided
and not argue with him at all. We didn't even have to argue with him. We could have just said, look, we're not filming anymore, we're going to be quiet, we have the right to remain silent. Boom. All that could have been avoided.
And another law is,
that one's pretty interesting.
What you think, this one?
Do remember the details of your encounter. Oh, that's just a responsibility. But let's see.
If you are not under arrest, you have the right to calmly leave. Now, that's something that we could have also utilized. It's something that would have greatly helped us, because he threatened it. However, we weren't under arrest, and we did nothing wrong. We were filming as most photographers and bloggers do. And once we were asked to stop, that's exactly what we did. So there was no defiance, there was no attitude, there was no nothing until he took it to the next level, confiscated our IDs, made us sign a
Ready
fake
to confiscate
document.
the camera.
Ready
What
to
we've done,
confiscate the
y'all,
camera.
we wouldn't be able to get any information to y'all. We wouldn't be able to do any vlogs. I said, no, you're not taking this camera. Absolutely not taking this camera at all.
So, with that being said,
Wrapping up.
know your rights. Know them inside out, and don't get taken advantage of like we did.
Because you will if you
Because
don't.
you will. Exactly. So,
Bye, baby dolls.
we love you guys, and be very, very careful and educate yourself.
Educate yourself.